All right, guys. How is it going? Let's talk about Nick Rekieta. But we're not talking about Nick Rekieta. We're talking about Aaron Imhote. Actually, we're really talking about his wife. I have a question, or ex-wife, I should say. I have a question to April. We need to hear your story. When are you going to tell your story? Because I think you could set the record straight. I don't know where you want to do it. It's up to you. I mean, choose the place that's going to treat you right. All right, you do what you're going to do with that. But let me tell you why I think it's important. I know it's risky with the criminal stuff and all that. But we have been listening to Aaron Imhote say a lot of stuff. And it was juicy gossip, right? When he was on all these different podcasts and he was singing like a canary. He was just spilling the beans, spilling the tea. Anyone that's willing to listen to him, he would just go off and reveal all sorts of stuff. A lot of it sounded like fluff. A lot of it sounded like he was licking his own balls, licking his own taint. Like he was performing fellatio on himself. Like if you go back and listen to Aaron Imhote told the story, because it's quite like, dude, you made yourself out to be the hero. And he'll say, how am I the hero? I lost my wife. And, oh, you didn't even love her. Oh, yes, I did. Dude, if your marriage was good, you wouldn't have done the wife swapping to begin with. People in marriages do the wife swapping and threesome stuff when they want to experiment some stuff because it's getting boring or they're not satisfied. And I'm going with it wasn't satisfactory for one of y'all. Maybe both. Is what it is. But what I'm saying here, he did tell a lot of stories. They were cool to listen to, very entertaining. And some of it did line up with the, police material about the house and all that stuff. That's cool. Okay. But the stuff where he made himself like the hero, like he was the only one that would feed the kids. Are you telling me April didn't do anything to help out? Nothing at all? Huh? Like, Aaron makes it seem as if April's only place in Rekieta's house was to literally be his fleshlight, coke snorting fleshlight. Is that true? That can't. I mean, you can only have sex and snort coke for so long in a day, right? There's 24 hours in a day. You're telling me that's all she did? What were y'all doing? There's more to this than what Aaron's saying. Okay? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. What I got, and if you need to go back to listen to Aaron's long storytelling, you can. I don't feel like listening to it because like I said, I don't want to experience some guy perform a fellatio on himself again. All right, I had to sit through that once already. But the gist of it is this: he got involved in a wife swapping situation that he thought was going to be a wife swapping situation, but what it turned out to be was a threesome, and he was included in that threesome. It sounds like, well, when the drugs were there and the sex was there, he wasn't the cool guy anymore. He couldn't handle it. Something happened. He would be like, oh, I please Kayla and all this stuff. Really? Then why did you leave, bro? Oh, I couldn't handle my own kids. Okay. That's interesting. You couldn't handle sex and drugs? You couldn't handle the rock and roll lifestyle? You gave up on that? You were kicked out of that. That's what happened. You were kicked out of it. And your ex-wife and Kayla like two things. Well, Snow White and Rekieta's dick, okay? Maybe they liked his baldo. Maybe that's the secret, okay? I don't know. But what you have there is Aaron was the one who was kicked out of that house, who left that house, left the party, while everyone else was enjoying that party. Maybe the reason why Nick Rekieta got that black eye is because someone got pissed off at Rekieta thinking that Aaron was the snitch. We know Aaron was not the snitch, that we know. But in the heat of the moment, who are they going to assume? The person who was part of the party but couldn't handle it, right? The weakest link. The one who's most likely to turn. The one who, while all this stuff is still going on, by the way, was spilling all this information that would definitely put him in trouble. He would say otherwise, which is really dumb because anyone who's ever been involved in any sort of CPS situation, I mean, I used to work for CPS. Let me tell you something. The stuff you told, Aaron, the stuff you told about all this stuff, it doesn't put you in a good light. In fact, if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if the baby mama of your other kids doesn't try to change custody on your ass. I'm just saying. Like, we know petty mothers would do that sort of thing. Well, so be careful. But it's a little too late on that. But this isn't about Aaron. It's about April. You got to do what you got to do. Be safe about it. But you definitely should set the record straight. I don't care where you do it. You could do it here. Yeah, you could do it any other channel. I mean, if you do it on the Keno Casino, you saw how they treated Aaron. They'll be like full of glee. Was it giddy like a schoolgirl? I don't know. They'd just be like, "Oh, feed me." You know, they wouldn't be like a gentleman about it. You know. Here's what it is. You hop on somewhere. You tell your side. All right, man. And you know what, too? It's fair. Because Aaron spun his narrative. Got to do that. Nick Rekieta is playing silent mode and still attacking people. Acting like everything's fine. But we haven't heard from the other woman. And the information you have, your story, your truth, could possibly be a game changer to this whole thing. So tell your story. Anyway, with that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.